From sightings of strange rake-like creatures in tunnels, to bizarre videos of monstrous centipedes from Arizona, and even footage of nature in its weirdest forms. If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure. As we explore each mystery, the thought of what lurks in the ocean's unexplored depths sends shivers down my spine. Science tells us we've only discovered about 5%, leaving the remaining 95% a vast mystery. And videos like this one only fuel the intrigue.
Не страшно к нему подплывать?
Believe it or not, this isn't a scene from a science fiction movie, but real footage captured by surfers on a beach. The video shows a colossal, monstrous-looking creature washed ashore. At first glance, it looks like something straight out of a nightmare. But as the cameraman gets closer, we see it's actually a giant crab. This thing is massive. A huge body with ferocious-looking legs and spiked claws. In the video, the crab appears motionless, likely deceased, but still surprisingly well preserved. It's undeniably creepy to see a crab of this size. Even the little ones are scary with their pinchy claws, but the thought of this behemoth grabbing you. Of course, some skeptics claim it's a fake, possibly a giant plastic model for a tourist attraction. It does look almost too perfect to be real. But who would put something like that on a beach? Talk about scaring the living daylights out of people. Ever stumbled upon an internet video so bizarre and horrifying that you prayed with all your might it wouldn't be real? Well, buckle up, because this next one is exactly that. What in the world is that? This video from Arizona captured something straight out of everyone's worst nightmares. We see a colossal centipede, easily 8 feet long, slithering across a field. This ain't your average creepy crawly. This monstrosity has legs that resemble those of some unknown beast. The way it moves is pure nightmare fuel, like something summoned from the depths of hell. Viewers are speculating that this might be an arthropleura, an extinct species of giant millipede-like creature. But wait, if it's extinct, how did this video come to be? Here's where I offer a bit of relief. This video is actually generated. Even though it's fake, this 300 million-year-old monstrosity is still pretty terrifying. Thank goodness those things went extinct before humans arrived on the scene. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Remember how, as kids, we all believed mermaids were real? Well, a recent TikTok video has me questioning everything again. A TikTok user uploaded a crazy video that's reignited mermaid fever in everyone. The video pans towards the water, revealing a strange, almost invisible creature lurking beneath the surface. It's long and yellow, with a visible tail. So far, so fishy. But here's where things get interesting. If you look closely, you can kind of see an outline resembling a human torso. Put that together with the tail, and you get the mermaid vibes all over. Now, most people will say it's not clear enough to definitively claim mermaid, and they're probably right. Our brains love to fill in the blanks, especially when things are blurry. But hey, if it's not a mermaid, then what is it? That's the million-dollar question. If you have any ideas, hit us up in the comments below. Otherwise, maybe we can all just believe in a little mermaid magic. Dolls are creepy, especially those old ones with their vacant stares. They scare the hell out of me every time. This next video perfectly captures why I avoid them like the plague. Seriously creepy stuff. This video was recorded by a homeowner who woke up to his daughter's doll singing. In the video, we see the doll perched right next to his bed on the nightstand. As he films, you can hear the slow, eerie singing coming from the doll. He zooms in on its face, and guess what? It's blinking along with the song. Now, maybe there's some built-in blinking function. But if not, well, let's just say this doll is giving me major possession vibes. Sure, dolls can malfunction sometimes, but singing randomly while blinking its eyes? Nope, I'd be out of that house faster than you can say haunted doll. Ziplines are a blast, but safety is key. This next video shows exactly why you shouldn't mess around when it comes to ziplining. That's one hairy situation. This GoPro footage comes from an adventure enthusiast who had a zipline experience gone wrong. Right from the start, we see a red flag. The person is using their hands to move the carabiner down the zipline. Big no. Those things are supposed to glide freely. Anyway, they take off, but there's a weird grinding noise coming from the carabiner as it scrapes against the rope. Sounds like it's about to melt or shred any moment. But things get even worse when they reach the middle of the line. Stuck. A giant knot has brought them to a complete standstill, dangling thousands of feet in the air. Talk about terrifying. The video ends there, but let's just say this person got to the other side. Not unscathed though. All that friction from holding onto the rope left their hands injured. So who's to blame? The zipline company or the adventurer? Well, this one's on the person. Some simple precautions like leather gloves and an extra carabiner could have turned this disaster into a fun ride. Lesson learned. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Forests can be incredibly calming and beautiful. Nature at its finest. But pine forests, they're a whole different story.
It is 8 in the morning. That's insane.
This TikTok video, uploaded by a woman, shows just how creepy these woods can be, even in broad daylight. Take a look. They look like they stepped right out of a horror movie. Dense trees and thick shadows block out the sun, making it impossible to see more than a few feet ahead. The woman mentions that it's like this even in the morning. Yikes. Can you imagine at night? Just thinking about what creatures might be lurking in there unseen sends shivers down my spine. On top of that, it's a pine forest, which is a prime place to get lost. All those identical trees and the soft pine needles muffling every sound create an eerie silence. Super scary, but here's a surprising twist. Even though it looks dark on camera, it's actually not that bad once you're inside. There's still decent visibility. So, pine forests. Beautiful but definitely a little creepy too. crocodiles, those ferocious hunters of the land and water. But even apex predators can get a surprising twist from nature, and sometimes it's an advantage. This video takes us back to 2001, to a crocodile farm in Samut Prakan, Thailand. Staff there were stunned by a truly bizarre birth. In the video, a farm worker shows off a strange sight, which is a conjoined crocodile. These twins share two separate heads and bodies, but are joined at the hip. Despite this unusual anatomy, they seem to be handling daily tasks just fine. Eating is no problem. Walking, however, is a bit of a challenge. With two bodies, they need to learn to coordinate their movements. Vets were consulted about a possible separation surgery, but it was deemed too risky at the time. Thankfully, the crocs appear healthy for now. Conjoined twins in humans often face a tough battle for survival, but in the animal kingdom, things are a bit different. Nature has its own way of working things out, and sometimes these mutations can even be beneficial. Unknown objects on the ground? We can walk over and check them out. But strange lights in the sky? Unknown flying object for sure, right? This next video, recorded by a resident of Sao Paulo, definitely has us scratching our heads. This video comes from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and it shows a strange, unidentified flying object in the night sky. We can see clouds scattered across the darkness, but among them is a strange object with several small red lights, slowly moving upwards. It's not massive, but it's definitely not tiny either, and it's hovering in place. As for its shape, it kind of looks like two pyramids stuck together upside down. It's hard to say for sure what it actually looks like due to the darkness. But the way the lights move and the slow hovering flight pattern are definitely weird. People are divided on what it could be. Some say it's a drone, while others think it's just a lantern. Drones typically aren't that big, sure, and they can have light, but they don't usually look like that. Now, the lantern theory is interesting. We can make lanterns in all sorts of shapes and sizes. But then what about those multiple red lights? It's definitely confusing. This sighting is a head-scratcher for sure. Unknown flying object or not, it's definitely something strange up in the sky over Sao Paulo. The ocean, if it's calm and serene, can be the most beautiful sight on Earth. But when things get rough, it can turn into a nightmare in a heartbeat, just like in these next videos. I found a compilation of videos online that show the ocean at its most ferocious. The kind of stuff that makes you think twice about ever setting sail again. The first clip shows massive mountain-sized waves churning the water into a frenzy. The ship looks like a tiny toy battling to stay afloat, but somehow manages to weather the storm. In the next clip, the waves are like a monstrous hand, tossing the ship up and down with ease. It's a helpless giant at the mercy of the ocean's power. And the last video. Buckle up. This wave is a skyscraper in disguise, crashing down on the boat with unbelievable force. But somehow, thanks to some incredible engineering, the ship manages to hold its own. These ocean storms are terrifying, but seeing these ships battle through them is equally awe-inspiring. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and design. Russia, land of mystery. This next video shows a creature pulled from the depths that'll leave you scratching your head.
Наткнулся на скелет какого-то непонятного животного. Сам не пойму, кто это.
This video, shot by someone unknown, shows the bizarre remains of a large creature found near a lake. In the video, we see the lake at first. As the camera pans to the side, we get a good look at the creature's skeleton. And let me tell you, it's creepy. This thing's skeleton is long and slender, with a clear spine, ribcage, and a long face. It's like a mashup of land and water. The lower body has a fish-like tail, but the upper body and face are completely different. And to top it all off, when the camera zooms in on the mouth, we see sharp human-like teeth. Nobody knows what this thing is. I did some digging online, but came up empty-handed. If you have any idea what this could be, let us know in the comments. Security cameras are supposed to make us feel safe, but sometimes they catch stuff that makes you go, huh? This next video is a prime example. This creepy security camera footage shows a car parked in the driveway. But that's not all. There are also some strange little creatures hanging out next to it. These aren't your usual squirrels or raccoons. They look totally different. They kind of waddle like penguins, which is just bizarre for driveway critters. The owner who uploaded the video claims they even found deep claw marks on their car in the morning. Now, whether those scratches are connected to these weirdos, we can't say for sure, but one thing's for certain, these two are definitely out of the ordinary. The way they walk is just off. It's like they forgot how bodies work. They weren't kidding when they said mountain roads in India are for the brave. This next video will have your palms sweating. This hair-raising footage comes from India, where a bus passenger decided to document the terrifying journey on these mountain roads. The video shows buses navigating incredibly narrow roads, with the wheels practically hanging off the edge. Seriously? It looks like one wrong move, and they're plummeting down the mountain. I don't know how these drivers keep their cool. They're literally holding hundreds of lives in their hands while white-knuckling it down these perilous paths. I know there are villages nestled up in those mountains, and these roads are the only way to reach them. But these huge buses seem way too risky for these conditions. Jeeps would be a safer option, but of course not everyone can afford them. Maybe walking would be a better choice. At least you'd have more control over where you put your feet. India is definitely an adventure, but this kind of travel ain't for the faint of heart. You gotta have some serious guts for it. If you are a believer in dragons, this one's for you. This next video might just spark some serious debate. This footage comes from a miner who stumbled upon something incredible during his usual workday. The video shows the miner deep underground, where he spotted a strangely shaped head jutting out from the ground. It kind of looks like the head of a dragon or a T-Rex. The miner, clearly bewildered, uses his pickaxe to try and unearth it further. That's where the video cuts off, leaving us with a giant mystery. So, what was it? Logically, it could just be a rock that happens to resemble a dragon's head. But then again, why would a rock look exactly like that? And the look on the miner's face says it all. He's definitely got the feeling this is no ordinary rock. One thing's for sure, these miners unearthed something far more interesting than whatever they were originally looking for. As time goes on, things on Earth are getting weirder and weirder, like a recent video circulating on the internet that is leaving people terrified. This video was captured by an apartment dweller during a thunderstorm. In the video, you can see dark clouds swirling around, and then there it is. A bright red ball of light appears out of nowhere. The object gets brighter and just hangs there in the sky. The person who uploaded the video claims it showed up after a lightning strike and lingered for a few minutes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, that looks an awful lot like a red emergency flare someone shot up in the air. It seems like maybe the person who filmed this has never seen a flare before, which is why they uploaded it in shock. I bet they'll get an earful in the comments about what it really is. Volcanoes usually conjure up images of destruction, massive ash plumes, earthquakes, and rivers of molten lava. But sometimes a volcanic eruption can be strangely beautiful. This next video, captured by a group of lucky hikers, shows an active volcano putting on a breathtaking light show. In the video, a loud boom erupts, followed by a massive bolt of lightning that tears through the black smoke cloud billowing from the volcano's peak. The smoke itself is an impressive sight, but the lightning strike takes it to a whole new level. This phenomenon is called volcanic lightning, and it's different from the kind you see during a regular thunderstorm. It's caused by the collision and fragmentation of ash particles, and sometimes ice, within the volcanic plume. All this friction creates static electricity, turning the plume into a giant dirty thunderstorm. Seeing volcanic lightning is incredibly rare. Only about 200 instances have been documented in the past 200 years. So the hikers who captured this footage were definitely in the right place at the right time. Love can come in all shapes and sizes, but this Colombian man's love story is definitely unique.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Natalia is clearly a crudely constructed mannequin, while on the other hand, Christian is a flesh and blood man. But in every photo, all we see, for lack of a better phrase, is man and puppet posing together as if they're actually a couple. So you might be asking yourself, what exactly is going on here? Is this some kind of a joke account? Does Christian have some kind of a paraphilia that he's sharing with the rest of the world? Well, that's the thing.
Meet Christian Montenegro, a 27-year-old from Bogota, Colombia, who found companionship in a rather unconventional way. After a string of failed relationships, Christian decided to create his own family. A ragdoll family. His family includes Natalia Ortiz, a life-size ragdoll who even has her own Facebook page, and 3 smaller dolls as their children. Christian started documenting their lives on social media in 2022, taking them on outings and editing photos to make them seem like a real family. This story has sparked online debates. While some find it a creative way to deal with loneliness, others worry about Christian's mental well-being. There have been bumps along the road too. After a breakup, Christian even burned the dolls, only to return to them later. He recently announced a new addition, a ragdoll baby named Sammy. Christian's story highlights the complex ways social media, mental health, and the human desire for connection can all intertwine. But there is something more terrifying to the story. Some people claimed to have seen the dolls move their eyes, short movements that you would miss if not filmed. But while looking online, I did spot them as well. Could he have modified them in some way to have this feature? Or are they truly alive? There are cultures that think objects can come to life. For instance, in Japan, The concept of tsukumogami involves household objects that, after serving for 100 years, become animated and sentient. Similarly, in many African traditions, it's believed that spirits can inhabit statues and dolls, giving them life and agency. What do you think? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This next intriguing video from Newsflare shows us how to spot a tinfoil alligator in hazy water. And trust me, this knowledge could save your life.
By the way, you'd never know there's a 10-foot alligator right there. No one's gonna believe that there's an alligator in here. James! James is his middle name, come on. Come on up, please! Come on up! There's my big boy.
The video features a professional alligator handler demonstrating a technique for identifying alligators in hazy or muddy water. At first glance, the water appears calm and free of any danger. However, the handler points out subtle air bubbles breaking the surface. He follows these bubbles with his camera, explaining that they're a sign of an alligator's movement underwater. As the bubbles form a circular pattern, the handler calls out to a specific alligator named James. After a few calls, James the alligator emerges from the water. This encounter highlights how well camouflaged alligators can be, making them nearly invisible until they surface. So remember this tip: if you are ever considering a swim in murky water, keep an eye out for those air bubbles and circular patterns. They might signal the presence of an alligator, because you never know when you might be joined by a mighty gator. Mount Everest might be king in everyone's mind, but there's a challenger for the title of highest in a surprising way. This clip takes us to the summit of a mountain that could be crowned the closest to the sun, offering a truly breathtaking vista. Watch as the climber reaches the peak, revealing a panorama of clouds and surrounding mountains. The scene is almost ethereal, with the snow forming a unique pattern on the peak's edge. It's a sight that leaves you speechless. But what is this mysterious mountain that rivals Everest? It's none other than Ecuador's crown jewel, Volcan Chimborazo. Due to the Earth's bulge at the equator, where Ecuador proudly sits, Chimborazo's peak holds the title of the farthest point from Earth's center, surpassing even Everest. So, while Everest might reign supreme in elevation, Chimborazo offers the most distant, and arguably the most awe-inspiring view on Earth. Nature truly is a place of endless wonder and unexpected surprises. Talk about prioritizing your lunch. This next video captures a scene straight out of a near-miss movie. The clip, believed to be from China, shows a restaurant security camera view. Outside, the street is eerily deserted, except for two figures calmly enjoying their meal at a table. As they savor their food, a fierce storm suddenly erupts. The wind whips through the scene, even lifting the restaurant's carpeted floor slightly. Unfazed, the diners continue their meal, seemingly oblivious to the growing danger. But the storm isn't playing around. A powerful gust rips the entire carpeted floor from the ground, wrapping it around a nearby pole in a flash. The diners are caught in the sudden chaos, taking a hard hit from the carpet. Thankfully, they're shaken but unharmed and quickly scramble for safety inside the restaurant. Just to emphasize the close call, look closely after they get up. A child's trampoline was also hurtling down the street. This incident serves as a stark reminder. Sometimes postponing that last bite can be the difference between a meal and a maelstrom. My friends think I'm crazy for refusing camping trips, but videos like this are exactly why. Prepare to be creeped out. This clip from Australia showcases a scene straight out of a nightmare. A swarm of thousands of bugs descends upon a camper's tent, attracted to the inviting glow of a flashlight. The video reveals a horrifying sight. The mesh walls of the tent, absolutely teeming with the sheer number and frenetic movement, are enough to send shivers down your spine. The camper, clearly unsettled, tries to fend off the invaders with a few swats, sending them scattering momentarily. But the thought of that flimsy zipper being the only barrier between you and that buzzing horde? No thanks. Even knowing the bugs are outside, the scene is enough to make anyone lose sleep. Let's just say my friends might have a point, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Imagine you're a construction worker and you meticulously build the frame of a new house, only to find it gone the next day. Believe it or not, this nightmarish scenario became reality, as shown in this video.
Oh, there it goes!
Oh my God! The frame!
It
Oh
went.
my
I told
God!
you. I told you.
Oh my God!
This TikTok video serves as a stark reminder of the importance of a solid foundation. The clip, filmed by family, captures a neighborhood grappling with severe weather. The camera pans towards a house under construction, its wooden skeleton exposed. As the wind intensifies, the house takes a beating. Within seconds, the flimsy structure shudders and crumbles to the ground. The family witnessing this scene is understandably shocked. A 3-story house reduced to rubble in the blink of an eye. The lesson here is clear. A strong foundation is the cornerstone of any building project. Whoever constructed this house made a critical error by neglecting this crucial step. Without a foundation to anchor it and distribute the weight evenly, the house was no match for the powerful winds. Let's hope this serves as a cautionary tale for future builders. Have you ever had one of those encounters that leaves you questioning your own reality? This chilling clip from Russia captures a truly bizarre incident. The video shows a man walking down a street at night when he abruptly stops and begins talking to someone. The unsettling twist: there's absolutely no one there. The man is shown the footage later, and he insists he was having a conversation with a person asking for directions. However, the video reveals him talking into thin air. While the possibility of drugs influencing his perception can't be entirely ruled out, the man vehemently denies being under the influence. So what are we to make of this? Was he genuinely conversing with a spirit, or is there another explanation? The clip leaves more questions than answers, sending shivers down spines and sparking a wave of online speculation. This next unsettling footage has haunted the internet for years, so be warned, as it's not for faint-hearted.
What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there.
Unexplained screams in the dead of night. This chilling footage comes from a hotel security camera. According to reports, a security guard named John received complaints about disturbing screams emanating from room 209. In the video, John, determined to investigate, headed towards the room. As he approached, the blood-curdling screams became undeniable. Loud, wrenching sounds that suggested someone in immense pain. Understandably shaken, John entered the room, prepared for the worst. But to his shock, the room was completely empty. There was no sign of anyone inside, let alone a source for the horrifying screams. John contacted his supervisor, who, equally baffled, suggested calling the police. Imagine being in John's shoes. The bone-chilling screams would have sent shivers down anyone's spine. It's no wonder he hesitated to enter the room alone. The wait for the police must have felt like an eternity. Thinking about a nighttime swing at the park? This next video might make you reconsider. This spooky clip comes from a park security camera and features a scene that will terrify you. The video shows a seemingly ordinary park at night, with a slide and a few swings. But look closer, one of the swings is moving on its own. The footage, captured by someone on their phone, shows the swing going back and forth with an unsettling momentum. There's no child playing on it, and it shows no signs of slowing down. Adding to the eerie atmosphere is a figure standing motionless beneath a nearby tree. This man remains perfectly still, his gaze fixed on something unseen in the darkness beyond the park. The combination of the swinging swing and the motionless man creates a sense of unease. It's enough to make you wonder if there's more to this park than meets the eye. Some might even say it has a ghostly resident who enjoys a nighttime swing session. Security cameras are supposed to make us feel safe, but sometimes they capture footage like this one that leaves us scratching our heads. In 2022, a homeowner's security camera recorded an unsettling scene in the middle of the night in his front yard. In the video, a woman walks into the frame, her gaze immediately fixated on the camera. She holds a device in her hand that resembles a cell phone, but her behavior is strange. She alternates between looking at the device and then directly at the camera, almost as if she's trying to interact with it somehow. The woman then wanders around the yard for a few minutes, her demeanor unsettling. Finally, she disappears from view as the video ends. The homeowner checked the property in the morning but found no sign of the woman. This raises several questions. Who was she? What was she doing there? Some viewers speculate that she might have been trying to hack the camera before a potential break-in. However, the possibility of unexplained activity can't be entirely ruled out. This video is a puzzling reminder that even with security cameras, some mysteries remain unsolved. Imagine, you're stuck in traffic, and instead of raindrops, fish start falling from the sky. That's exactly what happened in this strange video from Tamil Nadu, India.
হলেও প্রকৃতিতে এটা ঘটে মাছ সমৃদ্ধ কোনো জলাশয়ের উপর দিয়ে ঘূর্ণিঝড় বয়ে গেলে এমনটা হতে পারে
Believe it or not, this video captures a truly bizarre phenomenon. Fish raining down on a busy street. While cars continue to navigate the road, fish of various sizes can be seen scattered on the pavement. Some even appear to be jumping around, likely disoriented from their unexpected journey. The locals seem surprisingly calm amidst the fishy spectacle. Perhaps this isn't the first time they've witnessed such an odd event. So what causes it to rainfish? This unusual occurrence is typically linked to waterspouts or tornadoes that develop over water. The strong winds can pick up fish and water droplets, carrying them inland before releasing them back down to earth. For the fish, it must be a confusing and disorienting experience. Thankfully, they seem to have landed unharmed. Perhaps the locals will be enjoying a fresh seafood feast tonight. Eagles are known for their incredible hunting prowess. But this video from Mexico shows a terrifying encounter that will make any parent hold their child a little closer. This heart-stopping clip from Mexico shows a near miss between a young girl and a powerful eagle. The video opens with a wide shot of the eagle circling high above, its sharp eyes scanning for prey. As the eagle swoops down closer to the ground, a horrifying realization dawns. Its target isn't a small animal, but a young girl playing by a pool. Thankfully, the girl's father reacts swiftly. Just as the eagle prepares to attack, he rushes in and scoops his daughter away to safety. The startled eagle, realizing its intended prey is gone, breaks off its dive and disappears back into the sky. The video ends there, leaving us with a sense of relief and a reminder of the importance of vigilance. While this video might make you a little cautious, it shouldn't stop you from letting your children enjoy the outdoors. Just be sure to keep a watchful eye, especially in areas where eagles are known to frequent. Primates, especially chimpanzees, are known for their remarkable intelligence. They can understand and even use human tools. This next video from a zoo showcases their curiosity and reaction to something unfamiliar: a prosthetic leg. In the video, a man shows his prosthetic leg to a group of chimpanzees. One curious chimp is the first to notice it, letting out a surprised yell and calling over its companions. Soon, all the chimps are gathered around, some even appearing aggressive as they bang on the glass enclosure, demanding a closer look. As the man obliges and shows his prosthetic leg again, the chimps display a range of emotions: surprise, wonder, curiosity, and even a hint of fear and disbelief. Their reactions highlight their intelligence and ability to comprehend things they've never encountered before. It's truly fascinating to witness their inquisitiveness, while we can only speculate on what would happen. We've all heard stories about fiery infernos, but this next clip shows what hell on earth might actually look like. Forget Hollywood. This is a real-life scene captured during the devastating 2018 California wildfires. In the video recorded by one of the driver evacuating the area, we can see how devastating this 2018 wildfire was. Look at the mountain in front. It looks like it came directly from hell. It is covered in devastating forest wildfires, and as it's nighttime, we can see orange flame and smoke going miles up in the air. The whole mountain looks it's in a blaze, and there are ashes everywhere. It's a scene of nightmare, and I can't imagine how stressful and heart-stopping this sight would be for the drivers driving towards safety. The 2018 wildfires were a true catastrophe. They claimed lives, destroyed over 24,000 structures, and scorched nearly 2 million acres of land, roughly 2% of California's entire landmass. Sometimes nature is brutal. Imagine coming home after a long day at work, ready to unwind, when suddenly you notice a strange light glowing in the night sky. This is exactly what happened to a person in New Zealand, and they managed to capture it on video. In the video, a massive glowing object can be seen moving through the clouds, casting an eerie light across the night sky. It almost looks like a glowing alien jellyfish suspended in the air. The spectacle was so captivating that it immediately sparked a wave of speculation. To the person who recorded it, the phenomenon felt like a close encounter with an unknown flying object. As the video made its rounds on the internet, it ignited a flurry of theories. Some viewers suggested it could be a rocket experiment, while others believed it might be a weather satellite test. Despite the varied explanations, one thing is certain. This glowing object in the sky is as mysterious as it is mesmerizing. Could it be a sign of extraterrestrial life, or is there a more earthly explanation? What do you think about it? I am never bringing my grandma to the zoo again after watching this video. Monkeys are not to be trusted. In this hilarious and somewhat shocking video, a monkey does what monkeys do best: cause mischief. The scene unfolds at a monkey enclosure, where a particularly agitated and aggressive monkey decides to put on a show for the gathered crowd. After some dramatic movements, almost as if issuing a warning, the monkey takes things up a notch. It picks up a piece of poop from the ground, and with impressive accuracy, flings it toward the onlookers. The unfortunate target, a poor grandma in the crowd, who ends up with the poop landing right on her nose. The crowd erupts in laughter at the unexpected mishap, but the humor of the situation might be lost on those who consider the potential dangers. If a monkey can throw poop, who knows what else it might hurl at unsuspecting tourists? What starts as a funny story could easily turn into a more serious incident. So after this wild encounter, I'll think twice before taking Grandma back to the zoo. What about you? Are you a firm believer in ghosts, like me, or are you more skeptical? Regardless of your stance, this clip from a Russian church is bound to leave you scratching your head in confusion and unease. Yep, that definitely wasn't a human. This spine-chilling video comes from a security camera installed at a church, but instead of capturing devoted parishioners, it caught something altogether otherworldly. In the footage, we see a mysterious humanoid figure casually strolling through the church hall, curiously observing its surroundings. The figure appears transparent, its outline resembling that of a human with discernible legs, arms, and a head. Despite its hazy appearance, it seems to possess the height and form of a human being. Adding to the intrigue, the church has reported similar sightings occurring before, heightening the mystery and concern surrounding this unsettling footage. Some speculate that this could be the manifestation of a religious ghost, simply seeking solace in prayer within the church's walls. But as for me, I tend to believe that ghosts are just that. Ghosts are just that. What are your thoughts on this chilling encounter? Trees are truly fascinating. They can be incredibly tall or exceptionally wide, and at times they take on the appearance of a moving giant, as seen in this captivating video. The footage showcases a colossal tree swaying in a dance-like motion, influenced by the strong wind evident by the movement of the surrounding trees. The peculiar tree seems to have distinct features, resembling a giant with a large head, hands, and a lower body that lacks legs. Its humped shape adds an eerie quality, particularly when observed at night with minimal light, an image that could instill a sense of fear. Despite its seemingly supernatural appearance, It's important to acknowledge that this is indeed just a tree. However, the mere possibility, even if it's one in a trillion, that this could be a giant cleverly disguising itself as a tree adds a whimsical touch to the observation. Prepare to be humbled. Here is a cosmic spectacle that will shrink our world to insignificance. Gaze upon this stunning close-up of our sun, a mesmerizing ballet of fiery flares and molten swirls. But you can clearly spot something that looks odd. It looks like a dark substance is coming out of, or perhaps sucking out of the sun. As terrifying as this looks, this is a gargantuan plasma wall, a towering inferno stretching from the sun's surface into the void. The most amazing thing is the size of this thing. It's so colossal, you could stack two Earths end to end and still not reach its apex. Imagine that for a moment, our entire planet dwarfed by a single solar feature. This is a humbling perspective. It's a stark reminder that we are but tiny specks on a cosmic canvas, orbiting a star of unimaginable scale. The universe is vast, inspiring, and occasionally it throws us a curveball like this to remind us of our place in the grand scheme of things. This next footage will have you scratching your head. In this eerie footage, a desolate landscape of barren hills and rocky terrain has something unusual happening. A strange beam of light pierces the scene, reminiscent of a rocket's exhaust, yet silent and immobile. Filmed from a distance, the source of the light is unseen. It's a steady, unnerving glow, defying our expectations of fire. It's almost like a candle flame caught in a freeze frame, perfectly still and silent. Could it be a pocket of gas escaping from below? Perhaps, but the lack of sound is puzzling. Natural gas under pressure should produce a hiss or a roar. Could this be a geological phenomenon? An unknown phosphorescent gas igniting silently? Or could it be something far stranger? A hidden energy source. This silent beacon of light remains an enigma. The possibilities are tantalizing, yet unsettling. Prepare to squirm, because this next clip is the stuff of nightmares. Imagine a creepy crawly trying to squeeze out from between a wall and a rocky floor. It's hard to tell if it's a spider, a crab, or some bizarre hybrid. But the real kicker, its legs look like natural red chili pepper. Yes, you heard that right. Legs like red chili pepper. Now, I don't know about you, but insects give me the creeps. Anytime I see one, I can't help but imagine it crawling all over me. Give me a bear to face any day over these creepy critters. There's just something about their tiny alien forms that sends shivers down my spine. The chili pepper legs are a disturbing twist of nature, a reminder that the natural world can conjure up the most unsettling creations. Imagine encountering this monstrosity in your own home. Would you run, scream, or freeze in terror? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Prepare to be bewildered by a sight seemingly ripped from a fever dream. A lone house, or perhaps just its roof, bobs rhythmically in the vast expanse of the ocean. The roof, perfectly intact, rises and falls with the relentless waves, its submerged structure a mystery. Where are its inhabitants? Did they escape? Were they swept away? Possibilities are as endless as the ocean itself. Was this the result of a catastrophic storm, or perhaps a remnant of a vanished island? Or could something far more sinister be at play? The sight of this solitary house adrift, a spectral reminder of an unknown fate, is both eerie and unsettling. What secrets lie beneath those waves, trapped within the walls of this forlorn dwelling? One thing is certain: the ocean, in its infinite depths, continues to hold secrets that both intrigue and disturb us. This floating house is a haunting reminder that the mysteries of the deep remain vast and unexplored. This next clip is both mesmerizing and deeply unsettling. A seemingly ordinary scene unfolds. A woman stands on a stage, the Kinnan logo prominently displayed in front of her. Everything appears normal, routine even. But as the camera zooms in, a subtle shift in her demeanor hints at something amiss. Her gaze locks onto the lens, her expression hardening. Her eyes, the windows to her soul, undergo a chilling transformation. The pupils contract, shrinking, while the whites of her eyes expand, engulfing the irises in a sickly yellow hue. It's a scene reminiscent of Mystique's shape-shifting eyes in the X-Men movies, a visceral reminder that something otherworldly is lurking beneath the surface. For a fleeting few seconds, the woman's humanity seems to vanish, replaced by an alien presence. Then, just as quickly as it began, the transformation reverses, leaving behind an unsettling question. What did we just witness? Is this woman an unwitting host to an otherworldly entity? Or is there a more rational, yet equally disturbing explanation? The implications are as chilling as they are profound. I guarantee your perception of reality will be challenged after watching this clip. I've seen my share of bizarre, but this one is off the charts. This creature is so strange, I don't even have words to describe it. And trust me, that rarely happens. So, what is this thing? In broad daylight, this pitch-black creature is nearly invisible against the backdrop of a tree. This isn't camouflage. It's like it's a living shadow. And those eyes, bright, almost glowing, are downright eerie. If I had to bet, I'd put all my money on this being from another planet. Nothing I've seen comes close to this. Now imagine if it were bigger, a few feet tall, hiding in plain sight. And worse, imagine if it wanted to harm us. That's a chilling thought. It's like something out of a nightmare or a science fiction horror flick. This creature could be straight out of the Upside Down from Stranger Things. What if there is an Upside Down in our universe too, and this creature escaped from there? Looks like I spoke too soon. This next clip takes bizarre and terrifying to a whole new level.
¿Se escucha? Es un bebé. ¿Hay alguien?
Our guy is drawn to an abandoned house by the unmistakable cries of a baby. My first thought, someone left a baby there, and he's about to play hero.
Nos íbamos a ir y se escuchó un bebé.
But as he gets closer, the cries suddenly stop. The house is sealed from the outside, like someone wants to keep people out. He peeks inside with his camera. Nothing. Creepy, right? He says something and baby cries start again. He calls out loudly to be heard, and then the baby's cries change for the worse. It's like the cries morph into the shouts of a 7 or 8-year-old kid. And it's a sudden and scary change. That's when our man decides he's had enough and backs away, his bravery turning to sheer terror. The clip ends abruptly, leaving us all in the dark, quite literally. That scream, it's enough to give anyone nightmares. I can maybe convince myself someone left a baby there, but how do you explain that change in tone and intensity? It's like the house itself is playing tricks. I'm so freaked out, I don't even want to speculate further. If anyone has an idea of what this could be, drop a comment. As for me, I'm steering clear of abandoned buildings from now on. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This chilling footage captures a terrifying encounter of the extraterrestrial kind. Imagine cruising down a desolate woodland path, your headlights piercing the darkness. Suddenly, a creature darts across the road, leaving you frozen in fear. Did you see that? A grotesque hybrid of dog, dinosaur, and zombie, an alien canine with gaping holes in its body, moving with a disturbingly mechanical gait. Its massive tail adds to the otherworldly horror of the scene. Is this the result of a sinister alien experiment, or a creature native to another planet? Its movements are unnerving, as if it's struggling to maintain an unnatural form. The pulsating holes in its body only amplify the terror. This encounter is a chilling reminder that we may not be alone in the universe. If such creatures exist, what other horrors might be lurking in the shadows? The next time you find yourself driving through the woods at night, remember this terrifying footage and keep your eyes peeled. You never know what might emerge from the darkness. Prepare to witness a scene that's both hauntingly beautiful and deeply unsettling. The tranquil surface of the ocean is suddenly disrupted, not by a breaching whale, but by something far more mysterious. Observe the water spray as it shoots upwards. But wait, it doesn't fall back down. Instead, it hangs suspended, morphing into an ethereal, smoky form. This isn't simply mist, it's something far stranger. Something that sends a shiver down the spine. The smoky figure hovers, shifting slightly, almost as if it's alive. Then, inexplicably, whatever created it moves and repeats this spectral performance. The clip ends just before the creation of another smoky apparition, leaving us suspended in a chilling moment of wonder and unease. This isn't your average waterspout or marine mirage. It's a captivating mystery, straight from the ocean depths. When I think of oceanic enigmas, I imagine bizarre creatures from another world. But this, it defies categorization. Alright, science fiction fans, do you remember the spaceship from the 1996 movie Independence Day? The one that obliterated entire cities in seconds? If not, don't worry, because we're about to show you something eerily similar. Look at that. Just look at the sheer size of this thing. It stretches for what seems like hundreds of meters, and we've got multiple angles to prove it. But hold on. Let's not get too carried away. This looks too good to be true. How could something this massive go unnoticed? If this were real, we'd be seeing mass hysteria, non-stop news coverage, and thousands of videos from different angles. There's no way a spaceship that big could appear in broad daylight and only be captured by 2 people. This has got to be the work of a very talented animator. Still, it's exciting to think about spaceships and aliens. I'm a believer. If you've seen all the alien videos on our channel, you'd probably be convinced too. Check them out and let us know what you think. Get ready to be awestruck by the raw power and beauty of Mother Nature. This captivating footage, captured from a high vantage point, reveals a serene beach and a twinkling cityscape under the night sky. In the distance, a storm is brewing, unleashing a breathtaking display of lightning. Massive bolts illuminate the dark clouds, transforming the sky into a canvas of ethereal light. This awe-inspiring sight is a paradox. A display of nature's destructive power that is, at the same time, mesmerizingly beautiful. It's a humbling reminder of our own insignificance in the face of the natural world. The scene is so surreal, it almost looks computer-generated. Yet it's real. A testament to the fact that truth is often stranger and far more beautiful than fiction. This mesmerizing dance of lightning is just one of the countless wonders our world has to offer. Get ready for a celestial spectacle that'll leave you breathless. We've all marveled at rainbows, but have you ever witnessed a rainbow rupture? Look at this mesmerizing display of vibrant colors, concentrated into such a small space. It's not even in the clouds, so it's hard to say this is just light interacting with water particles. This isn't your typical rainbow arcing across the sky. It's something far more enigmatic, concentrated and otherworldly. It seems to defy conventional explanations, as if a portal to another dimension has opened up, spilling forth a kaleidoscope of light. I'm sure there's a perfect scientific explanation for this phenomenon. But for now, let's just marvel at this beautiful modern art created by nature. This rainbow rupture is a vivid reminder of the magic that surrounds us every day. So next time you're outside, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what breathtaking sights you might stumble upon. It's the 4th of July and fireworks are exploding throughout USA suburbs. The cacophony of sound has woken something off the beaten path. A woman hears low growling coming from somewhere in the nearby foliage. She ventures to explore, and this is what she finds.
Oh, stay bright. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh, it's moving. No. Fuck that. No, fuck that. I don't know what the fuck I just...
In the replay, this creature is clearly seen crouching at the base of a tree. Is it a Sasquatch or someone playing a prank? Have the raucous sounds of revelry driven it closer to the suburbs in fear or curiosity? Or is it using this opportunity to hunt? Watch the replay and let us know what you think in the comments. Picture this. It's nighttime. You are all alone on a deserted trail surrounded by nature, and then you hear what can only be described as a shriek from somewhere in the woods beyond you. You might want your headphones for this.
Oh my god, no.
Is it the scream of a woman? Or is it just a cat getting ready to fight? You be the judge. An unsuspecting couple survey their home security camera footage after discovering a disturbance on their property. What it reveals is this creature lurking in the foliage. Tentatively, it peers out in the direction of the camera. Is it a cryptid? Or perhaps a little gray man? The creature moves tentatively, alert to the environment. In some parts of the footage, it is almost possible to decipher its body, which could very well be in keeping with the size and shape of a small to medium dog. Take a look. Is this something sinister or the neighbor's pet? Drop us your thoughts in the comments. When you consider that approximately 80% of the world's ocean is unmapped and unseen, it's a pretty terrifying and mystifying place to explore. These divers are having what seems like a fairly placid marine visit, but keep watching to see what crops up in the murky water. The internet provides us with some perplexing footage. When confronted with a nightmarish creature of this magnitude and its deadly razor-sharp teeth, instead of swimming away, these divers actually go over to pet the beast. On closer inspection, it doesn't appear to be living. Instead, there's a metal frame that it seems to be mounted on. Is this a movie prop for Jaws? If it isn't, the real mystery is how it found its way to the bottom of the ocean. Is there anything creepier than falling victim to a stalker, especially when the creature stalking you is Bigfoot? Caught on camera, two shining eyes appear from a forest canopy. The vast head suggests that this is something you don't want to mess with. The two face off for the duration of the video. Probably a wise move on the cameraman's behalf, not to get any closer. There's an ongoing joke about Bigfoot sightings always captured on shaky, low-res cameras. But the overwhelming number of these sightings does suggest that there is something out there that we have yet to explain. Here, what resembles the half-ape, half-Neanderthal creature moves through a forest, its genus a sure giveaway when you witness its height. There is no greater feeling of terror than being alone at home and having unexplained things happen. Most we can rationalize. It's the wind or it's an old house when we hear something strange, but what do you do when it's as obvious and disturbing as what this guy encounters?
And look at this door. You cannot make look at this. Bro, nobody is home. My family is in Cancun, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Bro. What?
If you ask me, he should have gone to Cancun with his family.
Bentley? Bro, are you me right now? Are you kidding me right now? What the Bro. Bro.
Not sure if this is the work of a poltergeist, but I am sure it would be an annoying one to deal with. Imagine the water cost for all their jokes.
Holy. Why is this door open? What the is going on?
I'm not sure if this video is real or not, but if it is, I would for sure not be hanging around that place for too long. Hospitals can be terrifying places for a number of reasons, but this one takes the cake. Watch closely the area to the left of the wheelchair. A shadowy figure appears, and then scurries away in a matter of seconds. You might have been mistaken, thinking it was a shadow, but watch again. Whatever the mischievous vision is, it moves beyond the wall to settle for a few seconds behind the chair before running off again. Let's face it, most horrors are made even creepier with the presence of a little kid, especially a girl child. Now couple that with an imaginary friend who is actually a paranormal imposter, and you have all the makings of a horror fest. This is exactly what happens here. Skeptics might argue that there is a human just beyond the reach of the camera. But look at when she reaches to offer it the plastic container. Whatever is there is in the frame. We just can't see it. She seems agitated by the encounter as she talks to it, and it appears to attempt to take the canister. It isn't long before she turns on her heels and is out of there. A man is walking when he spots something emerging from the forest to his left on all fours. Ghostly pale with a lengthy abdomen and short legs, the creature crosses the path. Where it is going, we will never know, as the guy filming doesn't stick around to find out. What is this thing that he encountered on his walk? How does it survive in the wild? The footage is way too compelling to simply write it off. There are things out there that we have no knowledge of. It isn't every day one gets to combine their love for cats and the paranormal, but this video provides both. Watch as a family's pet feline is given some special attention by an invisible entity captured on their security camera. The feline remains surprisingly calm, as if this isn't its first encounter with the ghost. Watch as it casually saunters off after the experience. Cats often get a bad rap, especially black ones. In Tales from the Occult, black cats are familiars and shapeshifters, witches, spies, and in some instances protectors from the supernatural. Watch as a street camera captures this bizarre incident. Deliberate arson, black magic, or just a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You be the judge. Perhaps strange noises late at night prompted the owners of this storage room to place a camera inside to capture the cause. Perhaps someone is staging an elaborate hoax to convince us that this place is haunted. Watch as locker doors swing open and shut, as something rattles behind closed doors and a wheelchair goes for a spin on its own. A chance encounter captures this magnificent footage of a stag in its natural habitat. The creature faces off with the voyeur. It stomps its hoof on the ground and snorts. These signals are believed to be a fight or flight response when the animal is confronted by or senses danger. One hopes this sublime specimen escapes intact and doesn't end up as a trophy head on someone's wall. A jogger pauses when he encounters something odd on the trail a few meters ahead of him. Zooming in, a black-horned creature is visible hunched over on the side of the road. At first, it is indecipherable based on its position, but on closer inspection, it seems to be sitting with its legs crossed facing the forest. As the jogger attempts to get a better look, the creature spots him and begins to rise. One could speculate that it is more than likely human height. What is this strange entity? A young Baphomet? A teenage prank? If you know, drop us a line in the comment. A shaky low-res camera captures something moving in the forest from a distance. As it settles, a statuesque, dark figure is barely visible in the surrounding forest. Is this the notoriously camera-shy Bigfoot? Have you ever seen those movies with creepy alien creatures sporting tentacled mouths? Well, a video circulating online captures something similar, but in the real world. Unsettling, right? This clip comes from a beach where a tourist filmed a truly bizarre sight. In the video, we see a seagull casually walking along, but something strange is protruding from its beak. Take a closer look. It appears to have tentacles coming out of its mouth. It's actually its regular beak, but there are also 3 arm-like appendages dangling from it. So is this a Martian seagull? Don't worry, it's not an alien visitor. It's just an ordinary seagull enjoying a rather large starfish dinner. Seagulls are opportunistic eaters and will happily gobble up a variety of foods, including starfish, which are considered marine invertebrates. Now that we know the truth behind the tentacles, it's still a sight that might send shivers down your spine. If I saw that on the beach, I might have been tempted to make a quick retreat myself. Horror movies love creepy dolls to send shivers down your spine, and Annabelle is notorious for doing just that. But what if we told you there's a real story behind the chilling fiction? These are actual photos of paranormal investigator Lorraine Warren with the doll that started it all. Back in 1970, when Lorraine was still a nurse, someone gifted her this seemingly ordinary doll. Take a closer look at the first photo. That's Annabelle next to Lorraine, with warning signs like danger and do not touch surrounding her case. Unlike your average Raggedy Ann, the Warrens believed Annabelle harbored a demonic presence. According to their account, the doll would mysteriously move around their home, and a friend who napped in their presence woke up with unexplained claw marks. All supposedly thanks to Annabelle. That's why she's now kept safe in a special case, to prevent any further spooky activity. The Annabelle movies were inspired by this real-life story, even keeping similar character names. Knowing this backstory and seeing these photos, you might think twice before cuddling up with your own doll at night. A hiker in Alaska was deep in the woods, enjoying the scenery, when he spotted something truly strange in the distance. Luckily, he had his camera rolling. The video he captured shows the hiker filming something rustling in the bushes. He zooms in, trying to focus on the movement. Then, for a brief moment, we see a glimpse of a large creature on the other side. Now, this shadowy figure peeking from behind the bushes might remind you of a gorilla or some other ape. But here's the thing, there are no gorillas or apes native to Alaska. The hiker, understandably spooked, wasn't sure what he just saw. Looking closer, the glimpse seems vaguely human-shaped and covered in thick fur. It's also on the tall side, all features that echo classic Bigfoot descriptions online. Bigfoot sightings are particularly common in Alaska, and this could very well be another encounter caught on camera. So, what do you think? Does this video capture a glimpse of the legendary Bigfoot or something else entirely? A California homeowner's night took a terrifying turn when strange noises woke him up. What he saw next was enough to give you nightmares.
Stop!
This isn't a scene from a horror movie. It's real life caught on camera. In the homeowner's video, we hear his voice trembling as he pleads with someone outside to leave him alone. The footage shows two hands frantically banging on the glass door, but the darkness makes it impossible to see who's behind them. As the homeowner approaches the door, the banging stops abruptly the moment he turns on the light. He cautiously opens the door, but to his surprise, there's no one there. Shaken and scared, he closes the door and retreats inside. But the nightmare isn't over. When he peeks back through the glass, the hands reappear. The homeowner's dog clearly shares his fear, barking non-stop throughout the ordeal.
Holy hell!
The next morning, the glass door looks perfectly normal, with no sign of the ghostly visitor. This spooky encounter is sure to raise questions. Could it be fake? Maybe. But the homeowner's genuine distress and the frantic barking of the dog are pretty hard to fake. Alien believers, brace yourselves. Debunkers, prepare to be confounded. This next video from Mexico has the internet buzzing with one question. What on earth, or perhaps off it, is that? A mom in Mexico was playing with her kids in the park when she spotted something bizarre hovering overhead. The video captures a strange spinning object in the sky. And it's definitely not a bird. Some viewers are convinced it resembles Oumuamua, the first confirmed interstellar visitor to our solar system. This cigar-shaped rock with a reddish tint zipped through our cosmic neighborhood in 2017. Its Hawaiian name, Oumuamua, translates to a messenger from afar arriving first. Now to others, it might look a bit like the B-2 Spirit, a sleek high-tech bomber used by the US military. But whatever it is, its unusual hovering presence is bound to raise eyebrows, and maybe cause a little panic. So what do you think? Alien spacecraft or something more down to Earth? Let us know in the comments. Living alone? You might want to skip this video, unless you enjoy a good scare. What was that? This unsettling footage comes from a Miami apartment dweller who captured something strange in the dead of night. The video starts with the homeowner panning the camera towards their main door. Their cat's gaze is fixated on the top glass window, like it's spotted something unnerving out there. The owner zooms in on the glass, and that's when things get creepy. The source of the cat's alarm is revealed. A ghostly white face with dark features materializes in the window, peeking directly at the camera. The chilling scene is witnessed by both the cat and the homeowner. While we don't get a full view of the apparition, the glimpse we have is enough to send shivers down your spine. But the most unsettling part, this entity seems to be aware of the camera, yet chooses to peek in anyway. Nature's beauty can take your breath away, but then there are times like this. moments that leave you awestruck and terrified. This incredible, yet terrifying, video captures the formation of a tornado right before your eyes. The footage comes from a gas station, and it shows a storm brewing with dark clouds filling the sky. Look closely though. A strange, swirling vortex starts to take shape within the clouds. Within seconds, this ominous swirl lunges towards the ground. As it touches down, it transforms into a monstrous tornado, its power growing rapidly. This is the raw, destructive force of a tornado forming, caught entirely on camera. So what causes this terrifying phenomenon? It all boils down to air, moving at different speeds and directions at different heights. This creates a spinning motion in the rising air, especially common in supercells, the most powerful type of thunderstorm. But remember, not all spinning air becomes a tornado. The next time you see an unusual swirl in the sky, don't mistake it for a playful dance of nature. It might just be a sign of a tornado about to unleash its fury. Forests, places of untamed beauty where animals roam free. But what happens when a mysterious cabin suddenly appears in the heart of the woods? Let's explore the unsettling case of the Arcata cabin.
It was a cabin, and not the usual unbalanced wobbly shack, but a proper house, constructed for more than just a brief stay. The sturdy shack.
This documentary investigates a bizarre discovery in Arcata's community forest, a cabin that seemingly materialized out of thin air. Park Ranger Mark Audrey stumbled upon the structure during a routine patrol in a remote area. Just days earlier, there was nothing but trees. Now, a weathered cabin stood before him, an unsettling presence in the wilderness. This wasn't your typical ramshackle hut. It was a well-built cabin with a concrete foundation, a small porch, and multiple windows. Its brown exterior blended perfectly with the surroundings, nearly camouflaged until Audrey was practically upon it. Inside, the cabin held an air of mystery. It was surprisingly well organized, stocked with basic necessities like bottled food and supplies. A typewriter sat on a table, and an attic with makeshift sleeping quarters hinted at recent occupancy. Yet, the place was eerily empty. No one claimed ownership, leaving more questions than answers. What was the purpose of this hidden cabin? Was it simply a secluded retreat, or something more sinister? Have you ever been alone in your car, glancing in the mirror and sworn you saw someone in the back seat? You might dismiss it as a trick of the mind, but this video shows us why that might not always be the case. Yikes! This chilling video, captured by a driver, shows something far more unsettling than a forgotten passenger. The driver was recording himself, seemingly for another purpose, when something truly strange appeared in the back seat. The car interior is dark. The driver focused on something else. But then, a shape emerges from behind the seat. It starts as a barely there outline, but within seconds, it solidifies into a horrifying face, staring directly at the driver. Take a good look at those eyes. Eerie and undeniably evil, they pierce through the darkness, fixated on the driver who remains blissfully unaware. The sheer presence of an unknown entity in the car is enough to send shivers down your spine. But the truly terrifying part: the driver has no clue they're being watched. Imagine gazing out at the ocean on a night cruise and seeing it glow. That's exactly what happened to the passengers in this next video. Isn't that incredible? This clip, captured by one of the cruise passengers, shows a mysterious blue glow emanating from the dark water. It bobs up and down, almost like someone's shining a flashlight from beneath the surface. Naturally, everyone on board was baffled and a little spooked by the unknown. So what could it be, my guess? Maybe a submarine subtly revealing its presence with a light. But that's just speculation. There are also documented cases of bioluminescent plankton, like Noctiluca, causing a similar glowing effect in coastal waters. Could this be a case of a once-in-a-lifetime tourist capture of a natural phenomenon? One thing's for sure, this is a video these passengers won't soon forget. We all know Sir Isaac Newton and his law of gravity, right? Everything gets pulled towards the Earth. But what if I told you there's a plant that seems to defy this very law? This mind-bending video comes from India and features a strange herb called the Garuda herb. It looks like a snake-shaped stick, but wait until you see what it does in water. In the video, a man dips the Garuda herb into a stream. Instead of sinking, the herb starts to move. It swims upstream, swirling and twisting like a living creature. Defying the current, it's as if gravity doesn't apply to this plant. But the strangeness doesn't stop there. The man then puts the herb under running tap water. And guess what? It does the same thing. It moves upwards against the flow. This phenomenon has even baffled Ayurvedic experts, a traditional Indian medical system. They say the Garuda herb always swims against the current. It's truly a botanical mystery. Nature never ceases to amaze us. Does it? We've all seen nature's silent assassins, the predators that strike with lightning speed. But what if I told you the smoothest killer in the aquatic world might surprise you? It's just an ordinary fish. Take a look at this pond. We have two unsuspecting residents, a goldfish and a mysterious black fish. As the video starts, something unexpected happens. The black fish launches a swift attack, wrapping its body around the goldfish in a constricting coil. For a tense moment, they're locked in this silent struggle. Then, just as abruptly, the black fish releases its hold. But here's the chilling part. The goldfish comes out motionless. Its vibrant colors fade as its lifeless body floats to the surface. The black fish, a master of silent, swift takedowns, has delivered a fatal blow. We don't know exactly how it achieved this. Was it a paralyzing venom or a more sinister method? One thing's for certain. After witnessing this encounter, I wouldn't be eager to jump in that pond. Hitting the brakes on a lonely road at night can be tempting, especially if you spot something unusual. But this next video from Nepal shows why it might be best to keep rolling. This driver's late-night encounter will leave you chilled to the bone. The video unfolds on a desolate road, illuminated only by the car's headlights. The driver pulls over, drawn to something lying motionless in the middle of the road. As they cautiously approach, the object twitches to life. A horrifying creature, vaguely resembling a giant spider with branches for legs, lurches towards the driver. Panicked, they scramble back to their car and slam the door shut. With a terrified glance in the rearview mirror, the driver throws the car in reverse and speeds away, leaving the bizarre monstrosity behind. Zooming in on the creature only deepens the mystery. Its form is unlike anything recognizable, its movements unsettlingly alien. What lurks on the dark roads at night? This video offers a glimpse into the unknown. What do you think it is? From spooky spirits to creatures that crawl out of your darkest dreams, the internet has it all. But this video from India might just be in a category of its own. This unsettling encounter has left viewers baffled and a little terrified. The footage captured in a village in India shows something truly bizarre. The cameraman focuses on a figure peeking out from behind a wall. A woman with a face that resembles a monkey. The woman's features are undeniably unsettling. Her wide eyes stare directly at the camera, and as she opens her mouth, the resemblance to a primate becomes even more striking. The way she moves her tongue adds to the overall creepiness. The video cuts short as the cameraman, understandably spooked, backs away. Whether this is a real encounter with something unknown or an elaborate hoax is up for debate. Some viewers like me suspect a Snapchat filter might be at play. The lack of movement in the eyeballs is a detail that fuels this theory. However, the creators did a fantastic job of making the video appear realistic, adding to the overall mystery. The mystery surrounding the pyramids continues. While some speculate aliens were the masterminds behind these incredible structures, a recent video has fueled the fire, so to speak. The clip, captured by tourists in Egypt, shows a strange smoky trail weaving across the sky above the pyramids.
This is so cool.
This footage comes from Egypt and was recorded by tourists who saw a strange trail of smoke in the sky flying over the pyramids. In the video, we can see a mysterious smoke trail traveling through the sky. There is a source at the front, but due to the distance and the smoke, we can't clearly see. As these guys spotted a squirrel in the trash bin, they thought they should go help it out. However, they did not know that it was no ordinary squirrel. As soon as the guy opened the lid, the squirrel came flying like a ninja out of the bin and straight towards his face. This left the guy and his friend shocked, as they had never seen squirrels doing something like that before. Even I have never seen anything like that before. There is nothing braver than a mother's love for her kids, and to save her babies, the mother can go to any extremes possible. Take this rat, for instance. The mother literally fought off a huge snake just to save its baby. Even after the snake had slithered away, the mother made sure to chase it a little, so it never comes back and attacks the baby again. And the snake, on the other hand, couldn't even stand a small rat and got defeated pretty badly. Apparently, someone was randomly flying their drone in the forest during winter, and by accident they claim to have captured a really fascinating sight that raises many questions about the existence of Bigfoot. The drone footage appears to show a hairy brown and large creature strolling on two legs, looking very similarly to the well-known description of the Bigfoot. But is it really? The owner claimed to have captured this somewhere rather remote, where people would for sure not walk randomly in a forest, especially not dressed like this. Could it be a clever hoax or a case of misidentification? The video certainly provides food for thought and sparks the imagination of one. It's fascinating to consider the possibility that there may be undiscovered creatures out there waiting to be found. But until there is concrete evidence, the mystery of Bigfoot remains just that, a mystery. What do you think? Is this video proof of Bigfoot's existence, or just another piece in the puzzle? Only time will tell. It seems that the woods will forever have its mysteries. In this footage, another terrifying mystery develops via the lens of a thermal camera in the cryptic depths of the woods. Again, just as in the last clip, the owner claims that this was taken in a remote part of a forest at night, a place and time where you would not expect to see anyone strolling around. The footage shows a massive figure, humanoid yet unearthly, moving in the night with strange elegance. Its size dwarfs that of a mere human, according to its movement. Not a normal human would walk in this manner. So, what is it? Do you see how it sways its arms as it runs? I'm grateful for technological advancements that have enabled us to spot this being, but still, its features are strange, and some claimed it to be a monkey wandering in the forest. As far as I know, this was taken somewhere in the United States, and I am pretty sure there are no monkeys wandering around in forests there. Is this just a clever hoax, or does it reveal that there will always be species we do not know of, like the Bigfoot? One cannot help but wonder if the truth is hidden not just in this creature. This guy was out in a snowy location, and he seems to be looking for something. As the recording continues and he consistently scans the area, an unsettling appearance discloses itself. A white creature appears out of nowhere, startling him. We only get a slight sight of it, possibly because the person filming must have dropped their phone after seeing it. But we do get a decent look at it. It seems to have the shape of the head of a goat. It has glowing eyes and does not move as it meets face to face with the recorder of this video. Could this guy be in the presence of an otherworldly creature, perhaps an alien, or, in a more sinister case, a shape-shifting skinwalker? This next video adds to the mystery of the woods and the Bigfoot. Some guys were hiking in a forest and they started hearing grunts in the forest, so they got ready for an animal, while at the same time still wanting to film it. This is what they caught. This video captures a mysterious creature wandering amidst the trees in the woods, covered in thick black fur. What makes it chilling is the size of this entity. If I would approximate its height, it looks to be 7 to 8 foot tall. Is it a new species, or perhaps something long thought to be extinct? Or, to be more exact, could this be Bigfoot? What do you think? Is it fake? A person in a really well-made Bigfoot costume, or is it authentic? You know what's more chilling than Bigfoots strolling in a forest next to you? A creature stalking you in the woods. In this next video, we see a man walking around the woods as he is recording. But things are off. In a distant tree, right in front of him, we see a creature stalking him behind a tree. The video is a little bit shaky and we cannot fully distinguish its facial features, and only its upper body can be seen, which appears as if to be covered in an oversized hoodie. To me, I think it could be a bear peeping at him, but it would be weird. Personally, I have never seen such a timid bear. Why it isn't chasing or threatening the man. Truth be told, I would prefer Bigfoot stalking me. At least they don't eat you alive like bears do. I don't know what to consider interesting in this video. This guy not panicking, or the creature. Away from land sightings, this freaky clip sent by Ruth Muldong, a TikToker who encounters an uncanny presence in the water. What appears to be a routine swim takes a frightening turn. An unsettling twist occurs as she goes beneath the surface. Pay close attention. An unearthly black pair of legs appears behind her, a weird trespass into her underwater environment. What's even more weird is as she goes back above the water, suddenly, the shadowy legs are nowhere to be found. The clip leaves a frightening aftertaste, raising troubling issues about the line between reality and the unknown. Could this be a restless spirit of someone who lost their life? This video just shows that even a relaxing thing, such as taking a swim in a place you'd consider safe and relaxing, can still turn into a haunting experience. This scary video shows someone recording while walking down in the sewers for reasons I don't know. Sewers are known to be home to lurking animals such as alligators, so it is for sure a place you would not want to find yourself into. As he looks through a dark turning, a pair of glowing eyes seem to pop out of the corner and then back. The creature behind the corner does that a few times, and I have no idea why this guy did not start running right away. We can all agree that the nature of the eyes clearly show that they cannot be of a human. Adding to the mystery, the person recording walks towards the corner only to reveal that there is no one there, and the time he takes could not allow anyone to run all this distance and hide. I really applaud the person recording for his sheer bravery, but condemn them for the risks they put themselves into for no reason at the same time. But the question remains, exactly what was hiding behind that corner? The first thought I had was of the rake, as it does seem similar to me a bit. Rakes are cryptids known to have glowing eyes and are prone to stalking humans out in the darkness. Could it be a rake or another mystery? Seems like forests are not the safest places to be even during the day. In this video, someone seems to have noticed a weird bipedal creature lurking in the woods and starts recording. In the video, we see an ape-like creature roaming around the forest as if it was looking for something. Some people claim to have seen the skunk ape in the forests and marshes of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. And it is often characterized as an ape-like monster with black hair covering its body, standing 5-7 feet tall. It is sometimes compared to Bigfoot. So, could this be just another sighting of the mysterious skunk ape? Going back to the sewers, this next video will leave you chilled. In this one, some teens were lured by strange noises coming from a nearby sewer tunnel. Out of curiosity, one of them decided to check out what the source of the noise could be. But things don't go as he expects. As he goes deeper into the sewers, the noise becomes louder and closer, and this really seems to startle him. Then suddenly, out of dark, a strange creature comes out screaming eerily.
What the hell?
The boy is scared to the bones, and he turns in the other direction, fleeing to safety. He manages to get back to the clear and safe ground outside the sewers, but perhaps forever scarred by that encounter. What could have been that creature? There is no clear conclusion to its shape. It looks like just a creature with an elongated head and really long legs, with glowing eyes. Its screams seemed animalistic in nature, nowhere close to those of a human. Could it be some sort of animal who made the sewers its hiding spot? Or was that a cryptid waiting for a prey? The video starts with a man explaining that they have been encountering an unwanted creature around their fence, in a nearby forest. He explains that this has happened for quite some time now.
I don't know if you could see past this, but so behind this where I'm pointing right now, there's a forest back there, and it's a pretty big forest. It's a state park.
But just as he is explaining that, in the middle of his monologue, something unexpected happens.
And did you hear that?
In a distance, the supposed creature makes a very shrilling sound, none like we've heard before, and definitely not even close to a familiar animal sound.
That was it. Oh.
Could it be some weird mountain lion or hog sounds that come out as a little bit more creepy? Or could it be a skinwalker? Let us know in the comments. In another video, Bigfoot may have been spotted yet again in Yellowstone National Park, this time in the company of some bison, which are not aware of the strange activities in their presence. The blurry video, which was posted by YouTube user Mary Greeley and later targeted by Bigfoot hunters, claims to show not one, but 4 Bigfoots stumbling through the woods. Well, if we analyze the video closely, despite it being hazy, the Bigfoots can be seen portrayed in a shadowy form. The 4 of them are initially visible, but for an unknown reason, 3 of them vanished behind a tree. From the distance we see them, we can certainly state that they must be huge individuals, something you would not want to meet face to face, especially since it seems to travel in a pack. These things would tear you apart by sheer force. But if there are so many of Bigfoot out there, how come we have not caught one by now? This next video involves a place we would expect to be haunted, a castle. Every castle has its own dark story, and maybe this too, one which lives to this day. This is a drone footage of an English castle, and at first it appears to be a normal recording of a castle. But things get weird the more and closer you look. As seen in the video, a translucent figure seems to be walking in the cabin camera fault, as we clearly see its shape and form, which resembles a human ghost. Castles are known to be a breeding ground for hauntings due to their frequently bloody past, so a sight like this is no wonder. Could this be evidence that we leave together with ghosts in the same space, but we just can't notice? And what could their intentions be? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Prepare to be terrified by this eerie video that defies explanation. A beekeeper was checking on his bees when spotted a perplexing sight. A goat-like creature emerges slowly from dense vegetation. The physique of this animal is peculiar as it has strange curled horns. As he looks closer, the observer is struck by a chilling realization. This is no ordinary animal and is not probably a goat. Every quiver of its head, every slight change of its body contributes to the unsettling mood. This could probably be some kind of prank, or eerily, maybe a creature of the unknown. In this video, a man is recording a bright light in the night sky, but it's not just the light. Around it, in the shape of a triangle, 3 lights seem to turn on and off periodically, as if following a pattern. Even due to the darkness, the lights can be seen in the sky. It seems to be something suspended in the air. Could this maybe be a UFO? It's interesting to note that there have been numerous reports of sightings in recent years. In fact, a new declassified US government report on UFO sightings has revealed hundreds of new cases. The US National Intelligence Office is now aware of 510 reported sightings. While many of these sightings can be attributed to human origins, more than 100 of the encounters remain unexplained. Could this one be yet another one that needs our attention? A video taken by a Mexican woman in an unnamed cemetery in Brazil has gone viral, featuring a terrifying vampire baby doll that appears to follow you with its eyes. The doll, which is dressed in all white and had a bottle of what looks like blood next to it, has racked up hundreds of thousands of views online and has even appeared in Mexican media. People are likening it to the demon doll Chucky from Child's Play, but many feel that this doll is even scarier. Some are saying that the doll must be possessed by the devil, while others believe it to be an advanced-made doll. However, the video is so unnerving that many viewers are left unsure of what to believe. One thing is for sure, this creepy vampire doll has captured the attention of people all over the world. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.